All right. Um, this is the second day, and I decided to kind of make this like a follow-up story. So, for people who are experiencing this, you can start from the first video and work your way through. But so far, this is the next day after, and I've been following a lot of what my family and my therapist has said, and it's kind of an idea where they've said for me to move things in my room, disorganize, make things different than what they were, just to kind of give myself a symbol of fresh start. And I did do that. And a lot of the other things that they've recommended for me, I've tried, but I feel that they don't work as well. And I mean, everybody's a different person, so for what works for somebody else, it might not work for me. It really just varies. And my mental health is just not good already. But um I did start putting in more effort through things like positive affirmations, going through the Bible a little bit. Um I'm thinking about talking to my mom to go to church every Sunday. I feel that would be a big refresher, a big clearance. Um put my faith in somebody much bigger, somebody who's trustworthy, someone who is a higher being who will give me the power I need to live life the right way and all the way through. And a lot of the other things that I tried, they didn't really work as well. But one thing that I have found was a lot better was going anywhere as long as I was out of my two main houses. If I was not in my mom or my dad's house, it just feels a lot better. And I don't know if it's because it's just like that comfort that I was in originally that made things so difficult for me to get over, or if it's because I just feel like her spirit is still in this house. It's like I just feel like she's still here with me, even though I know she's not. And it's like it's starting to hurt more. It's like what everybody said was that it would go from it would hurt the most the very first time, and it would start to hurt less and less. But it feels like it hurts more. It's starting to hurt more. And I'm thinking about I'm probably going to throw out most of the things that I had when she was here with me. Like these two blankets I have on my bed. I'm probably gonna throw those out. Uh there's two stuffed animals behind me that I'm thinking about getting rid of also. And some clothing items I'm thinking about getting rid of just to refresh. But, it hurts to know I'm wasting something. The me getting rid of these items, I feel would be much better for myself. And currently I'm still just kind of I'm still here trying to slowly get through the basic life I should be getting through. Currently, I'm still just kind of having that constant stomach ache, just feeling like I'm gonna throw up every day because, it's just it's just still there. But I had have this feeling every time I leave the house. It's like it's a good feeling of freedom, and I wanted to talk with my mom about it and see if there's really anything I can do to get this feeling more often or to kind of try and, I guess, get rid of this bad feeling that I have from inside the houses because it's like I couldn't stay here or anywhere else. And it makes it even worse because, like, as much as I'd want to stay in either house with my mom or dad, it's like it doesn't affect much. I mean, when my mom is here or my dad is here, it's like it feels so much better when I'm not alone in the house. But when I'm here alone, it's like it feels like a panic attack, honestly. It's like it feels so terrible. And my stomach just feels so bad. And it becomes unbearable for me to do literally anything. And then it makes me want to shut down, but I don't want to shut down because that every time I'd shut down, that was my sign of failure and giving up. And it's like, I don't want to fail or give up because that's what kept me in the cycle that made me lose big time. So I know I can't sit here and do nothing until the bad feelings go away because the truth is the bad feelings aren't going away. They're they're stuck. They're stuck here. I don't care what anybody says. The feelings that I have, they're stuck. They're probably never going to leave because I want to try a lot of things, but that feeling of her is like it feels like it's never going to leave. Sure, it feels like there's always, a whole life ahead of me where I can be myself and not worry about her. But there's really no way for me to forget. It's like that memory is welded. It's engraved. I can't forget it. And it's like it's made me want to just never date ever again because I know that after this breakup, I'm going to need a long break. A long break. But it's like it's giving me more than just this long break. It's like it's giving me this idea that I shouldn't be with anyone. It's like I feel like I don't want to be with anyone. But then at the same time, I do want to be with someone because if I'm not with anyone, then I feel like I'm bearing these problems alone. And I can't. I already am like struggling with that. But there's like truly no way to give myself the confidence to overcome my problems myself because I feel so attached to the fact that somebody else could help me. And I get told all the time, and I'm just for some reason not able to take it in that people can't save me from problems like this. People can't just walk in and snap their fingers and this problem will be gone. I have to figure it out on my own. But it's like I constantly feel like I can't. And that's why I always have these positive affirmations and I want to keep doing them every day, every morning, because I know it's going to make me feel better in the long run. I know it's going to change something. If it doesn't change me in any other way, I know it's going to have an effect that will make things less difficult than they are now. And just a lot of things are being just like 10 times more difficult knowing I don't have her. Because it's like she was still a support system. Yeah, she was my partner and all that, and she was my support system. So knowing that I had such a strong supportive figure kind of leave or just feel that she wasn't in the right, place, it's like it made me feel like there's not a lot of hope. It's like how many times do you ever see somebody who wants to be your support just kind of leave? You never really see somebody who trusts you into being a better person and knows that you will be. Just kind of back up and just kind of just leave you, abandon you. And it it affects you so hard. It's like I don't know what to say or do because as much as my family and my therapists give me these recommendations, it's like I can take them, but it's truly just it just feels like it's not helping. It feels like it's not helping. It probably is, and I just need to give it more time. But it's like, to me, it feels like it's not doing anything. It feels to me like it just is worthless. But I do want to keep these positive affirmations. I want to go to church. I want to change because life has been kind of nudging me, and this is life finally pushing me to tell me that I need to move forward because I've just been sitting here, not moving, and life's finally given me that push to say, hey, life isn't just gonna stop when you want it to. And I'm at a mix of that 7% of me wanting to smile and be like, you're right, I shouldn't just sit here and do nothing. But this other 93% of me is just saying, why did the wake up call have to be to remove someone so important? Why did that wake up call have to remove the one most valuable asset of my life that wasn't my family away from me? But the more I notice, it's because she was the comfort that kept me where I was. Yes, she would tell me that she'd want me to move forward, get a job, get a license, stuff like that, but her comfort is what made me feel like I was in the right space and that I was in the spot I needed to be. And truth be told, she would tell me this stuff, and I truthfully just didn't listen. I didn't listen. She'd always tell me, get a job, get a license. And I'd say, I know I'm working on it. I'd apply places on Indeed. I'd do things to try to get jobs, like signing into like a summer works program or something. And she'd always tell me, yeah, but applying isn't enough. The next day after you've applied, call them. It'll let them know that you are interested in this job and that you want this job. And I never did. I've only done it maybe once or twice. But then after that, I never did it again. It wasn't because of failure, because I still never got a message back from them, which I personally don't consider a failure because I know places where employment is a need get busy. And then it's like, I look back and it's like, well, I applied 6 months ago. So it hits me that that's a loss. And a driver's license is like, I'm just terrified of driving. I don't feel I don't have the confidence in myself to drive, nor do I find it as helpful really to myself when now I don't have anyone to take with me. I can just go by myself. It's just, it's like, I don't, after she's gone, I've just felt lost again. And as much as my family want to try and fix it with me, it's like it just won't. I just can't do anything about it. I just can't do anything about it. No matter what I've tried, it doesn't change anything. And maybe it's because I'm not giving it enough time. Maybe it's because I just feel like it's just gonna want to get in my head, change me, and then everything will be fine and dandy for the rest of my life, and I'll forget about everything. But that's not how it works. And I want to try to figure that out. I want to figure it out for myself that that's not how it works. But it's like my brain is just so locked into that idea that that's exactly how it works, and I just gotta wait for somebody to come in and kick it out of me. It's not gonna help. It's like, it's not gonna help. I'm sure I need this support system, but the support system is only useful when I know how to channel that support to help myself rather than thinking that the support is just gonna come in and lift all the burdens off of me. It's just so difficult. And now it's like I truthfully don't know what my next step is besides, going to church and positive affirmations. These are where I feel that things will start to give me more strength to handle it myself. But I know that with my past and how my mental health is, it's going to be a decline from here until anything gets until I end up having any sort of real fix to this. Because these obstacles, I have to get through them somehow. I know I'm not going to have some sort of assist that's just going to come in and clear them all out for me. It's not how life works. And it truthfully makes things so much harder knowing that with what's going on in the world right now, and it's like mental health it's a big thing, but it's just there's other things going on, and because other things are going on, mental health is either going to suffer or it's going to get better. And so far, with everything that I hear on the news, everything that I hear on social media, it sounds like it's just going to get worse. And I know this is just an isolated case because it's just one person with one mindset who lost one other person, and so it wouldn't matter as massively as whatever is going on with, politics and all that stuff. But it's just, it's like, it's a hard way to direct myself in a way that will benefit me the best it possibly can. It, as much as I do want change and I do want everything to get better, it's just a steep path upwards from here. And the path is just so steep that I feel like I can't get over it. And there's really no help here either, because sure, I could text her, sure, I could try and get a hold of her and, you know, try to get help from her herself, but that's not going to help. I know that's not going to help. That's just going to make things worse. That's why I've tried my hardest to avoid having any sort of conversation with her anymore because I feel like it just hurts knowing that I still have conversation with her, knowing that she is still a human being. She's still, you know, here, just not here with me. So it hurts more, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. She's her own adult. She's her own person. She has her own free will to do whatever she wants. And she made that choice. So there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do about it is work on myself. And it's already hard. It's difficult and I'm struggling with it currently, but it's what I gotta do. It's what I have to do. Because if I don't, it's gonna be a spiral from here. It's gonna be a spiral from here that will be harder and harder and harder for me to come back from. No matter how much I feel that I'll get better, or how much I feel that I'm hopeless and I'm not gonna change, I know there's gonna be change. It's not gonna be a revolutionary change that makes my entire life that just revolutionizes my entire life, but it's a step forward. And that's what I want to do. I want to have a step forward. But the issue is, I just don't know how to feel about going through it. I just don't know how to channel it the right way. And there was that saying, by, I believe it was Steve Harvey, who said, uh, you spent, I forgot how long it was, 10 years with the person. Were those good 10 years? Because if they weren't, then why are you upset that you can't spend another 10 bad years with the person? And it's like I really thought about it, and I was like, well, the truth is they weren't bad. They weren't bad. It wasn't a bad 9 months. It wasn't bad for me. I really I didn't have any issue. The problem was that it was just not, she just didn't like it. The 9 months weren't bad for me. They were probably bad for her. And so I feel like it was just a kind of a one-sided breakup because I'd never agreed to it. I never wanted to. But if she, if one contributing party in a relationship wants to leave, they have all the right in the world to do so. And well, that's what she wanted to do. She felt that she would get more freedom being, by herself, moving to another state, just kind of living her life by herself. And that's what that's how she wants to do it. Nothing I can do about it. Doesn't matter. I can text her and talk to her. I'm not going to change her. I'm not going to change her opinion on it. Not that, you know, if I was going to call her, I'm not going to force my opinion on her to change. And she's probably not just going to change, even if I did, because we're human beings. We have free reign to do whatever we want. And some people, some people's choices hurt others. It's how it works. It's life. No matter what you do, if you feel that you're better to leave a toxic relationship and your partner on the other end is just hysterical, they're losing it, they're wanting to do things to themselves that they should never do. It's how it works. It's life. Don't just hear them say, "Oh, they miss you, they want you back," and then, get back with them. That's how toxic behavior starts. Now, granted, why am I talking about this? Because my relationship wasn't toxic, but even if it wasn't toxic, it's still not a good choice. But in all honesty, it is just kind of like it's just a hard change because it happens so fast, and it's like it really is just doing a lot. It's doing a lot. And I also did try to get some help from a friend of mine. He did kind of recommend me to watch, anime and stuff like that, which I didn't really know if that would help because a lot of anime that I've seen has a lot of relationships in it, and it's like it tends to get really, some anime tends to get gory, it tends to get sexual. It's like I just don't feel like that's gonna help me. So I felt, you know, maybe I should just not enjoy TV as much. It's like I did feel like TV was a big thing because I loved watching TV, but so did me and her. So it was like I should just stop watching TV. It's not helping me. There's nothing I can really watch. Social media is just nothing but lies and spewing out BS 99% of the time. Not only that, but then there's, places like Snapchat, Instagram. We already know how Instagram Reels are. There's really no reason. And, I do need a long, good, hard, just break from relationships and dating because stuff like that really tends to get under my skin after a breakup this bad. After a breakup this bad, relationships just start to really cut deep. It's a seeing a relationship on a TV show or somebody posting about theirs on Instagram or Snapchat. It's like a small cut in that wound. It's like reopening the wound I already had. And it's just not worth it to do that again. So I feel it might just be better to take a break from, you know, watching TV and just any sort of media. Um, Speaking of it, there's a lot of people said, "Oh, there's plenty of workarounds." People said, there's porn and stuff like that. I just didn't find that really helpful. That's not really helpful. That I feel like that would just take me from an addiction I had to one person to an addiction that I'd have on something else, which is already unhealthy, and then just kind of making it even worse. So it's just there's not a lot to really, you know, there's not a lot to really do when it comes to trying to relive or just trying to live again like you didn't have that relationship, like trying to get over it. But it's hard. It's hard. Because, I can walk downstairs of my room and sure I can see two blankets that are hers. I can see stuffed animals that are hers. I can see body wash and shampoo in my shower that's hers. I can see, a hair straightener that's hers. They're like a tub of ice cream that I door dashed with her. That's hers. That's still in the freezer. It's like this stuff I need to get rid of. Sure, it might be helpful to somebody else. Maybe I'll put it into Goodwill. I don't know. I just don't need it. I just don't need it. It already feels like her spirit lingers in this house because I was in here originally with her, but I got to get rid of it. I have to. There's no way to really get over this hump when there's constant reminders laid out throughout the house. You know, I went to bed last night and I didn't have my blankets or my sheets because they were in the washing machine, and I had to grab two blankets, and they were both her blankets. Well, one of them is hers, the other one is mine that she actually got me as a gift. And that blanket I had to like put over myself because I was freezing in here, and the little tassel end of this blanket, it's like the blanket smells like her. So I had to like lay in it, and I just kept getting reminded of her because the smell just kept hitting me over and over. I wanted to swap blankets, but it didn't help because the smell was on that one too. So it was like just like it's like getting haunted. It's like living in a house that's possessed. But instead of being fear, it's like grief and guilt. And it's so difficult to change it. It's so difficult to to get over it. And everyone says that a breakup is the best way to learn something, but that it just doesn't feel like that to me. It feels like a breakup is a way to learn that everyone's a liar. It's like a way to learn that nothing in the world is real. It's like it makes me feel like any sort of trusted commitment or friendship I'd have with anybody is just a myth. It's like it's just not a real thing. And I just don't I just don't know how to cope with it. I don't know how to cope with it. There's so many different, there's so many different coping mechanisms, and yeah, I haven't tried them all, but I've tried a fair amount, and it's like nothing's worked so far. So I just need to dig my heels in and really, you know, get dirty trying to look and trying to put in effort because It's been so long. I've been locked in that mindset for years that I didn't need to put in a whole lot of effort to get things done or to change. I didn't have to put in a lot of effort, but I know that I have to because the way that things are right now, I need to put in effort. I need to. I need to. It just doesn't feel like the effort I'm putting in is doing much. And it's like, well, I gotta put in more. And it's a bad time for this to happen because, you know, I've still got schoolwork, I've still got college work, and I've got like, things I've wanted to do. And believe it or not, starting a YouTube channel was one of them. I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, but it's like that's the one kind of click that I had that was like, well, maybe it was a catalyst for something greater. Because ever since then, I did start this YouTube channel because I wanted to mainly post different topics. I wanted to post things like maybe gaming videos or something like that. But after the breakup, it was like, you know, maybe it was better for this because now I feel I have something to really bring out to people. I have a word to say to everyone. I can get up and be like, "Hey guys, this is how life is going for me, and this is how life might happen to you. This could happen to you. This is how life's going for me, and probably millions of others currently. And it's like it just feels better to let it out on here and just let people know that life hits you, and it's gonna hurt. It's really gonna hurt. It's gonna feel it's gonna feel terrible. It's gonna feel like stepping in a fire ant hole. It's gonna feel like disturbing a nest of wasps. It's going to hurt. It's gonna feel like getting food poisoning. It's going to feel so bad that you wish you just weren't alive to bear it. But that's another strong thing that the support system comes in for. It's a backup rope. It's there to tell me that there are people who care, and I shouldn't have a thought to want to not live anymore because somebody else felt different about me and wanted for a history to go crumbling down. It it just it makes me feel better to know that there's a support system out there. There's somebody out there that does care. There's somebody out there that does realize that there are different changes. There are just people going through so much, and some might be as bad as what I'm going through. Some might be worse. Some might be not as bad. But it's better to know that there are solutions to this. There are ways of turning yourself into a better person to handle this. And it's kind of funny I say that because I've had a lot of people kind of go out and tell me that, they've gone through breakups. I remember I had a friend of mine, and this was during middle school, so I can kind of understand what he's coming from here because, middle school, high school, those are when kind of the real relationship heartbreak comes in. But what happened with my friend is he got broken up with too, and he was sitting at the back of the bus with us. He was silently crying about it, and it was like I couldn't relate to him more now. It's like now I feel I know what he felt, even though I truly don't, because life's different for the both of us. He could have had a breakup for a completely different reason. He could have had a breakup because they live too far away, or because she just, you know, she was just getting sick and just probably didn't think she was going to live much longer or something like that. Something completely different than my situation. And my situation is, who knows? It's just a different situation that he probably wouldn't relate to. But this is just kind of where I want to say times are going to be tough. I probably am going to kind of bring out a daily upload, just kind of an update of how everything's going, and hope that everybody just kind of sticks with me and gives me the power that I need to get over this and, help me as much as I can without, you know, just help me as much as I can. Or help as much as you can, rather. It's like I'm a mix of just my stomach hurting, I'm upset and all that, and I'm just stuttering my words. I've probably been rambling on about uselessness and stuff that didn't even correlate to what I was originally supposed to be talking about. But it just feels better to get it out here. And I'm probably going to be making more of these to kind of just give out updates and to, keep things at a steady pace for not only for myself to look back on for change, but for other people who are also going through this issue to look back on. And I just want to say thank you guys for the people who really do want to stick with me on this long journey. I just want to thank you. I want you guys to, you know, I want you guys to learn something. I want you guys to learn something. Schools just nowadays aren't teaching much. And even if they are teaching, not teaching much about mental health the way they should be. And I know I'm an 18-year-old who's going through a heartbreak right now, so I'm probably not like a teacher. I'm probably not teaching anybody any sort of valuable lesson, but if you did learn something from me, thank you. I'm 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 very happy to provide of, some sort of experience, some sort of wisdom for you guys to, you know, take part in. But I think that'll do it for today. Nothing else has really happened. Here in about an hour or two, I might just go out maybe for a walk, or I might go somewhere and, just try something just to kind of get my mind out of this house, because not only is it just being in this house, but being in this house by myself just really just doesn't affect me the way it should. And I think that's how it is for a lot of people, that just staying in the house all day, every day, it starts to really affect you mentally. And I feel that's how it's doing with me. It's doing with my dog also. So, um, yeah, that'll be it. Thank you guys. And, I'll see you guys tomorrow.